Warning, the video you're about to watch contains profanity, content concerning and originating from a violent horror film, and what might be considered scary imagery. Viewer discretion is advised.
Es muy bueno.
Thank you for either visiting my channel for the first time, or if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Or if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Whoever you are, whatever you're doing, however you stumbled upon this video, thank you so much. So today I'm back with another unboxing / review. I am wearing my Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood shirt from Fright Rags. A little bit about this film and what it means to me. Friday the 13th Part 7 was released on May 13th, 1988, and it is the first Friday the 13th film that I saw in movie theaters. My parents asked me what did I want to do for my birthday, and I said I wanted to go with my friends to see Friday the 13th Part 7 because it opened the same month as my birthday, 31 years ago. My father bought us all tickets, and then he said, here you go, there's no way I'm sticking around for this, and he left. And we watched Friday the 13th Part 7, and we had a blast. A little bit about how I feel about the film itself. I am not a huge fan of Friday the 13th Part 7 now. I loved it at the time when I first saw it. It is very, very edited and censored, and it's very apparent when you watch the film. If any film in the series deserved a director's cut, it's that film. A lot of people love this film. A lot of people love the look of Jason. I respect the look of Jason. I really, really admire what Buechler and his team accomplished when they created the look of Jason. It's just not my favorite look. I prefer Jason when he looks like this from the final chapter or Part 3. I like the more human-esque Jason. I'm not so much a fan of the look of Jason once he became Zombie Jason in Part 6 and on. Now, that said, I still love Jason Voorhees in the franchise, don't get me wrong. But I prefer my Jason human. I think another reason a lot of people love that movie is because it introduced us to Kane Hodder's portrayal of Jason Voorhees. At risk of making a lot of people out there angry, Kane is not my favorite Jason. Another thing I want to mention about The New Blood, one of the biggest reasons that it's not one of my favorite Friday the 13th, even though a lot of people love it, the music score. When I saw this film for the first time, even at that age, I knew there was something wrong with the score of that film. What do I mean? If you've seen the film and you listen to the music carefully, you know that basically, I don't remember exactly how it's credited in the opening titles, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it says music by Harry Manfredini and Fred Mullen. But the opening titles to that film, I was so not a fan. They'd established a style that they used in films 1 through 6 that I was a massive fan of, and I love Harry's work on the franchise. And the fact that they went away from that style, I know the film's called The New Blood, so maybe that's part of the reason why, but I just could not stand what they did with the music. I'm not a fan of the scores to Parts 7 and 8. I hate that they essentially took Harry's score from Part 6 and chopped it up into pieces, ironic, and used it in different spots in The New Blood. I wasn't a fan of that at all, because one of the things I was looking forward to in the film was hearing a new score by Harry Manfredini. And we didn't have the internet like we do now, so it's not like I could research, oh, Harry's, hasn't been hired to write the score, some new guy had, because nowadays we would know. Going into the film, I had no idea. I saw the opening credits and I was like, who's this Fred guy? What the hell is he doing on this movie? Not a huge fan of the music in the film or the way they used Harry's music. So for me, that's one of the biggest detractors from The New Blood, honestly. So again, I don't have the attachment to that installment that a lot of people do. But again, I like it. I enjoyed it at the time. I respect it for what it is. The item that I'm opening, as if you couldn't already guess, is from Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. A little bit of history about this item. I have a friend who is a makeup effects expert, wizard, professional. He's amazing. He does most of my makeup effects, and he has become a really good friend. I was visiting my friend's apartment, and on the floor, he had a mold that I was like, that mold looks very familiar. What is that? What am I looking at? And he informed me that it was, in fact, a mold of the mask used in Friday the 13th Part 7. And it's not only that it was a mold of the mask used, this mold was actually used in the film Friday the 13th Part 7. So it has a pretty damn cool lineage. Cut to fast forward a few months later. I was at David's place again, and we were prepping for some makeup gig that we were doing. I don't even remember what it was. But we were just wandering around his apartment, and he's like, oh, I have something for you. And he pulls out this hockey mask that he made from this mold. And I was like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, I mean, it's not finished. You'll need to finish it or get it finished. But, you know, this is for you. What an amazing gift to have a mask that came from that mold. So I took it home and I started thinking, I'm like, who can finish this mask? Because I am sure as shit not going to try and do it because I'm not that brave. So I started thinking about it, and I have a friend, Josh Ludemann, at Beyond Disgusting Studios. And I remembered, oh yeah, Josh does hockey masks. So I saw him at Monsterpalooza recently, and I asked him, I said, I have this blank, and it came from Kane's actual mask mold. Would you please finish it? And lo and behold, long preface, getting to the point of this entire video, it arrived today. Amazing timing because my birthday is actually in 3 days. So I'm very excited. And it's kind of weird. Like, I started thinking about the timing of it. The fact that 31 years ago, my friends and I went to see Friday the 13th Part 7 for my birthday. And then just days before my birthday, the Friday the 13th Part 7 hockey mask arrives. So pretty cool, you know, cyclical kind of confluence of events that makes me kind of think, yeah, 30 years later, you are still who you are. So it's pretty cool. So, Jason, are you ready? I'm sure you're ready. You're like, Jesus, open the fucking box already. Okay, we're going to open the box. I'm going to cut it open. I'll be right back. This is not a good Jason knife. I mean, like, I'm sure he could do what he needed to with this thing, but, like, I kind of feel stupid. Maybe I should have used, like, a machete. All right, folks. Wow. So if you order from Josh from Beyond Disgusting Studios, he packs things very well, apparently. So that's always awesome. I always take a moment to say thank you to the person that ships, because I've received some collectibles where they don't ship very well, and I'm always like, dude, like a $200 item. What the fuck are you doing? So, like, they wrap it in a plastic bag from a grocery store and then throw it in a box. And I'm like, and they don't even insure it for the amount. Anyway. So people that ship well, I love you. Because that's how I ship things. Man, this guy, look at that. Look at the way he packaged it. Wrapped it in a little protective, that's like that stuff you use to wrap up glass and things when you're moving. Very cool. Thank you so much for that, Josh. I really, really appreciate it. Packed it well in there, wrapped it, put it inside a plastic bag. Very nice. I should add, or explain, when I got this blank, it was white, okay? It was totally like white, like alabaster, ivory soap white, okay? Just to give you an idea, because I've already seen the back of it, and I'm noticing it's no longer white in the back. So, it smells fresh. It smells very fresh. You can see the back. You can see painted the back. It's got the authentic straps on it. Very cool, authentic leather straps going through the sides and the top. And here we go, ready? Wow. There it is, folks. Jason's mask from Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Very, very, very beautifully done. Look at the top red chevron on the New Blood mask. Look at it compared to the Jason Lives. It's like when they made this series, continuity was not really, their forte. These guys that do these masks, they're artists through and through. They really take the time to study and pay attention to what they're doing, and they do an amazing job. See this texture? Can you see that texture here? That's all part of the mold. The mold was like that because they wanted it to give this, I guess, aged type look in the texture up above. And then you can see these like splintering cracks. That also was part of the mold. Josh just painted it to give it more of the look it had in the film. And you can see things like little blood and dirt smudges around here. There's a few here on the edges and sides. You know, just all those little details that make it look, you know, screen accurate and like it was used in the film. And it's beautiful. Josh, I asked him when he did it, I asked him to make the yellow, or make the mask itself a little more yellow than he normally does. That was just because, to me, the mask has never been bone white, even when it was fresh in the first film. I don't have the part 3 mask in here. I think it's in one of my other videos. It still has a little bit of a yellowish hue to it. It's not white necessarily, and this one definitely does. You can see a little bit of the white showing through, but it's definitely got a yellow hue going. This has a yellowish hue going. That has a yellowish hue going. And the Part 7 mask in the film looks more white than these masks do. Again, that's not how I prefer it. I like it to be a little more yellow. So he definitely gave it a little more of a yellow wash than he normally does. But I told him, I said, please don't overdo it. And he definitely didn't. He nailed this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to go up right there. And then eventually I'll have a part 8 to go over there. So, Josh, thank you so much. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's a wonderful birthday present, even though you didn't know it was a birthday present. Guys, if you want to visit Josh's site and take a look at his products and what he offers a lot of amazing stuff, and he does some incredible work. If you want to visit Josh's site and look at his products, I will include the link in the description. I will also include it right down here on my chest. Probably it's going to show up when I do the editing. And go out and get yourself one of his products, because he's an artist and he knocks them out of the park. So thank you for watching. If you've stuck through it the whole time, kudos. And I'll see you again when I have another new item to unbox and review and drool over. Bye. Be louder, plane. That's it. Fucking aircraft carrier just passed up. The helicarrier from the Avengers.